them was from the scream up. The button in the back seat. Terroristing in. Saved to the bad bitch from the scream up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know them, you love them. They were the Ramones, and to me, this is, I very rarely get impressed. I mean, I was impressed when Donald Rumsfeld sat here, and I don't want to get into politics yet with Marky Ramone, but I'm such a big Ramones fan. Welcome, Marky Ramone. And the book, ladies and gentlemen, Punk Rock Blitzkrieg, My Life as a Ramone. There it is on your wonderful TV screen by Marky Ramone. It's the top of Amazon, right?
Yes, it is. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't expect that in a million years.
Well, the Ramones are as popular or more popular, have been in the past 10, 15 years than ever before, right?
Yes, a whole new generation, along with the older generation, has integrated, and they're there. You know, wonderful just to see that. I think that the lyrical content and the energy that we had appealed to youth.
My son and I, he's 15, we go to see my mom in Brooklyn, and almost every single time the CD we put in there is the best of the Ramones.
Wonderful.
And we blast it, and I mean, it's just, and it's not a cult thing with the Ramones.
No.
It's the music.
It's the music. That's, in the end, that's what matters the most.
Yeah, all right. So you've been doing this, the book is a great success. You were down at the stock exchange this morning.
Yeah,
by the way, they told you to go home?
Well, no, they postponed it. They wanted me to ring the bell last night. They informed me about it, but then when I went there, they had to have somebody else do it that they promised. So they said, come back any other time and we'll do it again, you know. And my last real name is Bell, and here I am ready to ring the bell, and you know. But it was an experience.
Well, you're gonna ring the closing bell, and as I said, every program we do the closing bell report, and we have the actual video of the closing bell. So one day when I see you, they'll say, "There's Marky Ramone."
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
What's your favorite song?
Well, I would say Rock and Roll High School because of the movie and the soundtrack, and that's really what got us to the next level, which was very important at that time.
You are the last surviving member.
Well, the link of the last four.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the way, cancer was the way that the others died. 3 of the others died. I mean, that's. What is it? I mean, what's it like in your head when you're the last one and you see the relatively young age at which they pass?
Well, it's an insidious disease. It doesn't discriminate against anyone, cancer. You could be the healthiest person in the world. They die too young to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So being the last guy connected to them, I feel I want to keep the music alive because of the newer generation, and the songs are too good not to be played. You know, as you know, and that's my intention. As long as I enjoy it.
And and to those who would criticize you in any way, shape, or form for being disrespectful,
milking it and this and that. Well, I don't drink milk anyway, so I don't care. I don't care what they say, but somebody has to do it. You know, I mean, there will obviously there's always somebody who'll say, you know, good, bad, whatever, but that's life. I don't take that stuff seriously. I just know that when I tour the world, I see the enjoyment on the people's faces when I do play, and that's what matters. And
man, I guess an unlikely success, right? All these guys, taking the name Ramone. Yes. People thought they were all related. They were all Ramone.
Yeah, definitely. We were blood. It was just that we were just brothers exterior.
And you had 2 stints. You left and then came back.
Yes, I was asked twice to be in the band.
Yes.
We took the name from Paul McCartney, who used to check in when he was in a band called the Silver Beatles as Paul Ramone. So Dieter Ramone took the last name Ramone, and we called ourselves the Ramones.
And did you ever, in your wildest dreams, think that you'd be sitting here in 2015, you know, with the success that you guys have had, and again, lately?
No, I didn't think that, but you know, it's better late than never. Now we're accepted all over the world.
You're touring.
Obviously, yeah. I
tour
with Andrew W.K. as my singer, and we just do 36 classic Ramone songs. I've been to China, Russia, Dubai, and they love our Western culture. You know, so I will go to places I've never been, which is unbelievable. I just still can't get over the extent of how popular the Ramones are on this planet.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna come back with part 2 of the drummer for the Ramones and member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the author of Punk Rock Blitzkrieg. Not too bad a resume there. And we'll talk more about the book, The Ramones, and we'll talk a little politics too, which is always fun for me to do with a guest who's not politically known when we come back. All right, folks, we're back with Marky Ramone, a drummer of the Ramones, member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and author of Punk Rock Blitzkrieg, his new bestseller, top of the list at Amazon. Last surviving member of the Ramones. Were the Ramones political at all? You know, so it's hard for me sometimes now. I've been to like 25 Springsteen concerts, but ever since he has said things and done things that I can't deal with, I don't go anymore. Elvis Costello, he drop kicked a doll of George W. Bush into the audience on Conan. I can't listen to him anymore. It's hard for me, and it's hard for a lot of people. Were the Ramones political?
Well, yeah, Johnny was a conservative, and Joey was a liberal Democrat, and I'm a Democrat. But, you know, I have a lot of conservative friends. It doesn't mean, you know, we can't disagree on politics.
Absolutely.
That's the country we live in,
Yeah.
thank God, and we're able to do that. So I respect people's politics. But that was one of the topics in our 15-passenger van Ford Econoline that we toured the whole country in.
You would discuss politics.
Yeah, politics, sports, the whole thing, and that's what would bring on the trivial animosities.
Well, what did you disagree with on sports?
Oh, you know, the Mets, the Yankees, this and that, and I have a part of a paragraph in there about hanging out with Roger Maris when I was, I guess it was 25 years ago when the band in the 80s. So I always liked the Yankees.
Yeah.
Because of that reason, and my father bought me the Roger Maris Spalding.
That's the way,
mitt,
sure.
You know,
Yeah,
so I always remembered him.
Of course.
And he broke Mickey Mantle's record.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And that he suffered a lot.
And he
for
suffered
it.
a lot for it because they loved the Mick.
Unfortunately. Yeah, I had the pleasure of interviewing him at an Old Timers Day once. I have a picture of me and him.
Before he passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah. So that's I treasure that picture. Politics. So what were the arguments like in the van? Not a van, but the
van.
Yeah.
In the confines.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cubic feet it was. Not much, but. You know, conservative Republican against Democrat. Johnny always loving Ronald Reagan, and was very happy that George Bush won, and then Joey supporting Democratic candidates. So the arguments would go back and forth about why, what for, what's the reason, you know, the usual generalized stuff, but then they would get very specific. So,
do you remember one specific in particular?
Well, Ronald Reagan was Johnny's favorite president at the time, and Joey didn't like Ronald Reagan. So, you know, he said, is he going to fall asleep at the podium again, or at the whatever he was in in a session? But just things, you know.
And what about you? You said you're a Democrat. Full disclosure, before we sat down, you said that you like Obama. What do you like about him?
Well, the health care issue. I think he cares about people wanting to have health care who can afford it. Also, he's for gay marriage. These are individuals, they're human beings. I think if they had a choice, they wouldn't be gay, but it's a genetic problem. Not a problem, but a makeup within them. And more power to them. You know, that's the world we live in, and if it makes them happy, why not? And
do you think 3 people should be able to get married?
3 people?
Yeah, why not? 3 people are in love, or a brother and a sister.
It's up to the
in their 60s or 70s, they've never been married. They're not going to have kids. It's not sexual. They want to be married. Should they be able to marry
at that age?
Yeah.
If it makes them happy, why not?
Don't you have to have some kind of societal norms and societal rules that make it a livable society, and you know, otherwise, if all bets are off, then all bets are off.
You mean a couple who are in their 70s that want to remarry?
Yeah, but I'm just saying 3 people, or a brother and a sister.
What do you mean 3 people?
What if 3 people, they're in a relationship, polygamy, whatever, they want to get married, and they want to have 2 wives and 1 husband, or 1 husband and 2 wives. So people say to me, who are you to say 2 men can't get married? So I say, well, who are you to say 2 men and a woman can't get married?
Now, is that part of a religion?
I have no idea.
Well, if it's part
I'm just
of
saying they want to do it.
if it's part of a religion, then we have to respect that religion, because that's, I mean, it's all over the place.
You say health care, Obamacare. Obamacare is putting premiums out of reach. They're dictating what you have to have in your policy. People are losing their policies, and it hasn't kicked in yet because Obama delayed the implementation of the employer mandate. So millions have lost their health insurance and have to go to Obamacare. Deductibles are through the roof. People can't afford it. They're losing their hospitals that they had, their doctors that they had, and only about 6 million extra people have signed up for health care.
But more people keep signing on every day.
You like the government telling you what to do?
So obviously there's some good to it.
But you don't like the government. Do you think the government should tell people what to do more than leave them on their own?
No, but I think when it gets to a point when some of the population can't afford health care, I think the government should step in and help them.
All right, listen, you're on Sirius XM also.
Yes.
Come back, all right?
Channel
you're in
41
New York.
faction.
Two Brooklyn guys, come back.
Oh,
all right,
great,
we'll talk
great.
politics, whatever.
Yeah,
the book.
anytime.
All right, before it comes out in paperback, promise you. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, folks.
Okay.
Marky Ramone, ladies and gentlemen, and really a pleasure meeting you. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Coming back, former Navy SEAL and FBI agent Jonathan Gilliam. Don't go away.